Good morning, I hope this video finds you well. I'm standing in front of a lumber rack that I just built for my father. My wife and son and I are visiting my parents in Pennsylvania for the Christmas holiday, and we'll be staying for a few more days. But I'm standing in my father's dream shop, and I've been helping him do a couple shop organization projects. And behind me is this lumber rack that I'm going to show you about in this video. And it's assembled from simply 2x6s and some upcycled conduit that was reclaimed from my uncle, who's an electrician, in one of the jobs that he was tearing out conduit. But anyhow, if you want to see how I built this, go ahead and stick around. I used these pieces of conduit, which were about 8 feet in length. They have an 1 11/16 OD, so they're about 1.5 inches inside diameter, and then a board 1 5/8 holes. So the pipe OD is actually about 1/16 of an inch, or 2 millimeters wider than the hole. So there was an interference there that had to be pounded in with a sledgehammer. Pound them in, and they didn't require any additional fasteners. They're just friction held in here. There's 6 levels to this lumber rack. I cut the pipes to 20 inches in length with an angle grinder, which I don't show off, which I did off camera, and then pounded them in and mounted the 2x6s to the wall with some screws. But this lumber rack is 6 levels high, and then the intention was to be able to have 12-inch wide rough lumber with an additional 6-inch board on each level, and it'll hold about 1,200 board feet when it's completely full. My dad does a lot of milling of his own lumber and storing it for several years to dry via air. He doesn't kiln dry much of his lumber at all unless he has it done by somebody else. So prior to building the lumber rack, I cobbled together this little cart out of some scrap OSB that my dad had around. It's on casters so he can move it around his shop, but he had a lot of cut-offs that were about 4 feet in length that were just kind of sitting up against a wall or laying around on the floor. But really encourage you to build something like this to store just offcuts and small pieces of lumber to get them up off the floor. And also, if you need to, something like this can be moved around in your shop. So he has a lot of different species of woods, so when we built it, I just segmented it into 8 small bins that are about 1 foot wide and 10 inches deep. The whole thing is about 20 inches deep and 4 feet wide. So thanks for watching. Later on this week I'm going to publish a shop tour of my dad's shop. This is his dream shop. He actually built the house that they live in currently around his shop after he retired. And it's pretty exciting to be here. And if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe, share with your friends. But also I'd encourage you to check out my channel, which has to do with my micro shop. I move pretty frequently for work, and I still like to woodwork, and I'm kind of optimizing my garage shop to be centered around a rolling workbench. So if you're interested in that, check it out. I think I can help you organize your shop. Thanks.